welcome to our weekly program of TVRI Yogyakarta, Jogja Highlight. I'm Meta Dokang, I'm your host today. How are you? I hope you are in a good and great condition. Don't forget to do some workout to your health, or you can take your family, your friends to go to the tourist object, or just watching us TVRI Yogyakarta, because I will give you information around Yogyakarta. I'm Meta Dokang and this is Jogja Highlight. In order to educate the public about orchid, the orchid lover in Yogyakarta routinely provides training for the society, and we can find it in Sleman, Yogyakarta. After in orchid information, I will take you to Umbolharjo, Yogyakarta to see the old toy collection. Doni Rahmat Normanovika will report it for you. In order to educate the public about orchid lover in Yogyakarta routine provide training to the community. One of its cultivation training is held in Pakem Sleman tourist area. The training, which was attended by students, housewives, and also micro, small, and medium enterprises in Sleman, providing knowledge about orchid cultivation from bottles starting to transferring to garden media, fertilizing to maintenance. Besides being able to provide inner satisfaction, cultivating orchid can also provide additional income for activists. Because currently, public interest in orchid is increasing quite significantly. Orchid flowers, one of the natural resources in Indonesia. These beautiful flowers grow throughout the tropics from Aceh to Papua. In addition to improving the economy of its activists, the beauty of orchid garden in Yogyakarta is expected to become a new tourist destination that is able to attract interest and tourists visit to Yogyakarta. Joni Rahmat Normanovika reported for TVRI Yogyakarta. If you miss the old toys, there is nothing wrong with stopping by the Old Toy Collector Gallery located on Balirejo Street 1, Mujamuju, Umbolharjo, Yogyakarta City. Gallery founded by Supriyadi since 30 years ago, it can be said to be a mini museum for toys of the past, especially from the 1980s to the 1990s. Hundreds of toy collections from various countries can be found here. This gallery can also be said to be a treasure in the midst of the difficulty of finding old school toys. Old school toys owned by Supriyadi, mostly in the form of tin toys or tin toys made of zinc. There are several types including car, plane, tanks, and rifle. Supriyadi toy collection is operational or how to play it by being push or friction, with a key player or wind up, or by using batteries. Most of these old school toys are made in Japan, China, Hong Kong, West Germany, Italy to Taiwan. All of Supriyadi old toy collection is mostly still in good condition and still function to be played. To get these toys, Supriyadi must hunt to remote area, especially Klitian Center, even foreign countries, and souvenirs from colleagues and relatives. The desire to collect toys is based on his childhood to get toys. Until now, Supriyadi is still not satisfied with the number of toy collection he has. The problem is, there are still many old school toys that have not been collected. The existence of this old toys collection is certainly a nostalgia for parents. Widi and Yuda reported for TVRI Yogyakarta. The demand for typical cassava based Javanese snack during the raining season has increased significantly. One of the Slondok producers admits that in a day, his business could be produced up to 50 quintals. Even though they have problems in rainy season, especially drying, this small and medium-sized enterprise owner can still overcome in other ways, baking them. The prepared Slondok is drying by holding it close to the coals that have been prepared beside it. In order to speed up the production, some traditional tools replaced by modern touch. For currently marketing, using a reseller system with direct cash payment where it's sold faster to various souvenir centers, both domestic and foreign. Doni Rahmat, Nurmanovika reported for TVRI Yogyakarta.
Cantas, kuis wanita cantik dan cerdas. Cantas, syarat info budaya.
Saksikan program Cantas, Cantik dan Cerdas setiap hari Rabu pukul 16.30 hanya di TVRI Yogyakarta.
Tapi tenang, kalau menang gak masalah, yang penting adalah masuk TV.
Halo, dulur-dulurku kabeh. Iki lho Dimas Tejo. Ayo, warnai istirahat petang Anda bersama saya di Pendopo Kang Tejo setiap Kamis pukul 17 sore atau jam 5 sore waktu Indonesia Barat. Nonton Pendopo Kang Tejo hanya di TVRI Jogja. Memang istimewa dari Jogja untuk Indonesia.
Yogyakarta, known as the heritage city, and of course it is a lot of tradition. One of is Wiwitan tradition in Bantul, Yogyakarta. From Bantul, let's go to Sleman to see another tradition called Srandul art. And this is the full report for you. For the Javanese people, planting rice is not just a farming activity, but becomes a cultural tradition. As held by residents of Baturatno Bantul District Special Region of Yogyakarta, this is the Wiwitan tradition. This tradition is a traditional ritual of the Javanese people before harvesting rice. Before Wiwitan is held, the farmers have prepared the ritual equipment offering, ranging from banana sanggan, chicken ingkung, sego wiwit, savory rice, vegetable, market snacks, fruits, and so on. Everything has its own meaning. These farmers carry a number of ritual equipment offering down the rice field. Then, these offerings are arranged by the owner of the desire in a large container. The ritual begins with placing offering on the side of the rice field and prayed by Pak Kaum or local elders. This procession is a form of gratitude to the goddessry who has guarded the crops of farmers. Next, the farmer will perform Kenduri ritual in general. This ritual, as manifestation of gratitude to God Almighty for the rice harvest that will be received by the owner of the hajat. The residents do kembul bujono or eat together before starting the rice harvest. Residents who follow this wiwitan procession will be distributed sego wiwit, which contain complete wiwit rice along the side dishes. At the end of this procession, followed by cutting a number of rice that has been prayed by local elders, the rice that is cut is a symbol of the best rice selected as seeds for the next planting period. This procession teaches us that in the world of agriculture, the beginning of selecting God's seeds helps determine good final results. Then, rice cutting is continued by rice laborer. Then, rice cutting is continued by rice laborer until the cutting is complete. That was the wiwitan tradition in the special region of Yogyakarta. Apart from being a form of gratitude to God Almighty, this wiwitan tradition is also to preserve and introduce the culture of the ancestor, which today is rarely found in the midst of modernization and the development of the era. Hussein Joyonegoro reported for TVRI, Yogyakarta.
Written batik cloth is one of the many works produced by batik craftsmen and is well known by the people of Indonesia and the world. In some areas, we often find batik craft centers that have their own characteristics, both in color and motif. One of the places in Yogyakarta that has batik with its own characteristics and still maintains its traditions is the Gulurejo Batik Village, which is located in Lendah, Kulonprogo. There are hundreds of people, especially women, who work to process batik cloth. Some of these people became leaders and some also work as laborers. The development of batik art in Gulurejo has been growing after the 26th earthquake. Many social organizations or NGOs have high concern. Currently, Mount Rejo has turned into a famous batik village. Umbul Haryanto, one of the residents who initiated the development of batik, said that before this place, there were many batik craftsmen residents who worked as batik laborers in Yogyakarta. At the time, many residents, especially women, worked in Yogyakarta, Bantul, or Yogyakarta city areas. Then, he got the idea that the workforce in this place doesn't have to go outside the region. After that, he started making batik crafts. The workforce came from Gulurejo residents themselves. Over time, the number of batik craftsmen is increasing. Previously, there were only 4 craftsmen, but now there are dozens of craftsmen in this area. Even though times have progressed, batik making in this place is still based on ancestral traditions. How to make batik is also done in a traditional way. Living in this world is a form of struggle that is strongly believed by women in Gulurejo village, Lendah, Kulonprogo. Mothers who live in this area are passionate about working and preserving the previous cultural heritage in the form of batik. The wages generated are not the main goal, but the most important thing is done by the mothers or artisans is one of the efforts to preserve ancestral heritage and cultural heritage, namely batik.
One of the Sranduls are performed by residents in Kedulan Tirto Martani Subdistrict, Kapanewon Kalasan, Sleman, Yogyakarta. Staged with a long duration on a simple stage as wide as the village roads and only accompanied by 3 types of musical instruments, including drums, tambourine, and angklung, as well as the voices of the personnel who commonly called parogo. starting the performance, when appearing on stage, Strandul players will usually dance first before entering the dialogue according to the theme presented. Staged by players who are members of the Muncul Budaya group. The title Gundowo Dewaleno tells the story of the Demak Bintoro Palace, which held a competition to become the team race in this Prambanan temple stage. As for the team race, where the story is mentioned, the Nawang Wong Palace is looking for a tumbal person. On her way, Queen Bledek lost to Patih Wonosalam, while the one who could defeat Patih Wonosalam was a knight from Demak Bintoro itself. Marzuki is the coordinator of Strandul Group. Budoyo said, in every performance, this traditional folk art is based on the wisdom of the community passed down from generation to generation. Unlike the ketoprak, Javanese kromo majo is used in every Strandul performance, while kromo alus is usually used in ketoprak performs. The costume or cloth worn will be adjusted to the respective characters played by each player. Muhammad Ridwan reported for TVRI Yogyakarta.
Yogyakarta, daerah istimewa yang kaya akan keunikan budaya, kuliner, dan wisata. Semua tersaji dalam ragam Jogja. Saksikan setiap Sabtu jam 4:30 sore.
Untuk itulah upaya pelestarian harus terus dilakukan demi tegaknya eksistensi bangunan cagar budaya.
Hanya di TVRI Jogja, memang istimewa.
Dolan ning belik nganggo kathok dawa. Ngombe wetang ronde kok rada mambu. Waduh, lawas. Saka cilik sinau aksara Jawa. Penek gede iso maca kode atimu.
Saksikan program Jogja Itu Keren setiap hari Jumat pukul 15.30 dan Sabtu pukul 11 hanya di TVRI Yogyakarta.
Bapak-bapak, ibu-ibu, pakde-pakde, mbokde, simbo, adik, kakak, pokoknya kabeh.
Kepengin tontonan sing anyar, sing selalu update, tonton. Sinden ngetren.
Sinden ngetren.
Sinden ngetren.
Jangan lupa saksikan Sinden Ngetren setiap hari Senin
Jam 5 sore. Jam 5 sore. Sinden ngetren di TVRI Jogja. Nonton ya, nonton ya, nonton.
Ampun kesupen nggih.
Janji lo harus nonton yuk.
Oh, klik.
The walking sport using two sticks, as known as Nordic walking sport, it came from Scandinavian countries and other parts of European with snow, and now it is popular in Yogyakarta. Before sport news, let's go to see the beautiful landscape from Yogyakarta. I will take you to Kebon Cave and also Puncung Mas waterfall.
Kebon Cave is a natural waterfall that comes from water sources in this area. This flowing water then falls into the rocks and heads to the waterfall or small cave at the bottom. Because this place is under the plantation owned by residents, this place is named Goa Kebon. Even though this waterfall has existed since ancient times, Kebon Cave was only opened as a tourist spot in 2016, which is managed by residents together with the youth organization. Tourists who are going to this place are not difficult because they're signed. If tourists pass from Yogyakarta to Purworejo before the pencil monument, enter the village road and follow the existing signboard. Before heading to this place, tourists can feel the fresh air. What are the characteristics of the Kebon Caves? What characterizes Kebon Cave is the existence of stalactite and stalagmite that has been formed hundreds of years ago. The existence of stalactites and stalagmites is also an added value for education for tourists. This place is also available various tourist facilities such as camping ground and flying fox. Don't worry, there are also food stalls available in this place. Not far from Kebon Cave, there is a tourist spot called a sugarcane plantation. The sugarcane flower named glaga is in bloom, so it can attract the attention of tourists. The sugarcane cultivated by the residents begins to bloom in March and dries up in June or May. Besides being able to see the beautiful flowers of sugarcane, tourists can also enjoy the fresh, beautiful atmosphere of this place. Tourists who will visit this place only need to pay for motorbike or car tickets. For those of you who visit Yogyakarta, don't forget to stop by this place. The development of the world of tourism in Yogyakarta seems endless. Many growing tourist attractions are managed by the community or government. One of them is the Kuncumas Waterfall, which is located in the village of Banyu Ganti, Jatimulyo, Girimulyo, Kulonprogo. This place presents a waterfall that flows swiftly. On the left and right of this place presented natural scenery that is still beautiful. The trees that grow are a beautiful sights for tourists. Before COVID-19, many tourists came to this place, but unfortunately, when COVID-19 occurred, tourist visit dropped dramatically and many tourist facilities were not maintained. One resident said the waterfall was close to the Sermo-Girimulyo highway, which is one of the reasons why this place is visited by many tourists. Apart from visiting the Kuncumas waterfall, you can also visit the Grojogan Sewu tourist attraction in the Jatimulyo area, Kulonprogo. This is the Jatimulyo tourist attraction that has become one of the choices. Waterfalls compound of clear water and green natural atmosphere to make tourists feel at home. In addition to the Grojogan Sewu tour, which is located in Karanganyar, the Grojogan Sewu, which is in Kulonprogo area, also offers amazing water attractions. This Grojogan Sewu tour is located in Beteng Village, Jatimulyo Village, Giripurwo area of Kulonprogo. This tourist spot is not far from Girimulyo Pine Forest and Kiskendo Cave. To get into Grojogan Sewu requires a rather tough struggle because the road is still convoluted. From the parking lot, tourists must travel on foot, which is approximately 100 meters through the rice fields owned by local residents. People who will walk through this place must be careful. Tourists will be treated to natural scenery that is still beautiful in Grojogan Sewu, which is approximately 7 meters high, and there is a pond underneath. The waterfall adds to the chill, so as to make anyone feel at home. Grojogan Sewu is one of the unspoiled place in the Menoreh Mountains and is different from other waterfalls because of its unspoiled condition.
The sport of walking with addition of using two sticks, known as the Nordic walking sport, came from Scandinavian country and other part of Europe with snow. Even though it looks simple, according to American Nordic Association, Nordic walking is sport that involves about 90% of the muscle activity in the body. This is better than cycling, which only moves the muscle by 45%, or jogging, which only 50%. Because of this benefit, Nordic walking sport are increasingly developing and popular among Indonesian people, especially Yogyakarta. Even though it's popular with the elderly, but it's also good for all ages. A part of getting fit and healthy body, the community becomes a place to sharing and of course will bring the happiness for its members. Exercising Nordic walking regularly help reduce cardiovascular disease risk factor and better at improving effective balance for people with chronic obstructive airway disease, increase absorption, and can help osteoarthritis condition, overcome back pain, and also reduce Parkinson's symptom. The walking sport community in Yogyakarta was officially established in 2020. Currently, there are more than 400 members coming from various ages and professions. In this community, the members motivate each other to always be healthy by exercising. Doni Rahmat, Normanovika reported for TVRI Yogyakarta.
That's it, everyone. That's all for today. Thank you for watching us in Jogja Highlight TVRI Yogyakarta. Don't forget to joining us next week because I will give you another information for another part of Yogyakarta. I'm Meta Dokang. Thank you very much for watching. See you and goodbye.